Hey y'all. So today we are going to start taking a look at the Psalms. Particularly, we're going to start focusing in on what's called the Psalms of Ascent. But before we start diving into those 15 Psalms, which to me are all about really taking the high road right up to God, let's talk a little bit about the book of Psalms. So Psalms really meaning songs, so songs of praise, really written, but also can be set to music, as I think so many contemporary artists will just sing the Psalms. It's one of my favorite things. So that book contains a whole lot of psalms. So 150 psalms. Of the 150, we at least know that about half of them, about 73 of them, are written by David, although there potentially could be more, right? And then he brings in some other folks who pen different praises to God, different situations. So why is Psalms such a wonderful book for every Christian, every follower of Jesus as we make our way through? Well, it's because no matter where you kind of flip through Psalms, you get one of the human conditions, one of those times where we are looking to God for our help, for our restoration, for protection, for deliverance. And within the book of Psalms, there's some great organization. So the book of Psalms is broken up into 5 different books, and each one of the different books is going to end with something we call the benediction. And that's where we give a grand finale praise to the Lord God. So if you're ever to dive into Psalms, if you're curious about it, as I am and as I was, right, you can take a look at each one of the books, and when you break them up, you'll notice the last verse gives praise to the Lord our God. So with all that in mind, as we dive into the Psalms of Ascent, these are going to be 15 Psalms that start at Psalm 120 and go to 134. And to me, it's that road to God, taking the high road, learning from a higher perspective. And so it all begins with Psalm 120. So let me go ahead and read that, and let's talk about why I think this is a great place to start our ascent through the Psalms. A prayer for deliverance. In my distress I called unto the Lord, and he heard me. Deliver my soul, O Lord, from lying lips and from a deceitful tongue. What shall be given unto thee, or what shall be done unto thee, thou false tongue? Sharp arrows of the mighty with coals of juniper. Woe is me that I sojourn in Mesech, and that I dwell in the tents of Kedar. My soul hath long dwelt with him that hateth peace. I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war. So what the psalmist here is talking about is an idea that probably some of us can relate to, if not all of us, right? It's about being a foreigner, an alien in a foreign land, with people who are so bent on destruction and war and lying and deceit, and yet you want to make peace. You are seeking that comfort, that quiet time, that space from the chaos in a place where you feel so lost, so foreign. And where do we do? What does the psalmist say? What's the answer when you feel like you are in a land of strangers, a land that is against you, a land where persecution is all about? It's a psalm of deliverance. You cry to the Lord. Later on, the Psalms are going to tell us that you can give all your complaints to the Lord. Take it to the Lord. The Lord is not too busy for you. The Lord has all the time out of eternity and outside of time. If he hasn't gotten to you, it's just not your time yet. So when you're feeling like you're lost among strangers, when you feel like you're in a land that you don't know, turn those eyes towards God. Begin that ascent through the Psalms. Happy Sunday, chatting at Cheesman. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday.